Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Trap in the house, and I'm going to be doing this. I know this is very shocking for me to do so many commentaries in a row, but I'm actually going to be doing another set from the OSL this time. So I figure all the seasons are starting up. Um, all the seasons are starting up again. I've done a little Pro League. I've done a little MST, which is the kind of the first round of the MSL, I guess you could call it. And so now I'm going to do some OSL since it's starting up as well. And this is going to be, it should actually be a pretty good match. This is going to be Sea.Really versus Shine Cow. Um, and basically, Sea.Really, he's got a lot more experience. He's been kind of one of Istro's top players. Not really a terribly good player, to be honest. You know, he's good. He's solid. He's got good macro. I remember Artosis saying that he thought he was a very good player, but you know he just is not racking up the wins in Pro League. His win rate is 43%. It looks like overall, or around there, and that is my favorite booth girl, by the way. I think because she looks kind of the weirdest. Anyway, so really has been, he's got a lot of experience, but he's not really the top tier yet. And this is Shine Cal, and there's actually more than one Shine, so don't get them confused. This is Shine, the Zerg player Shine. There's a Shine that's a little more well known, who's a Terran player, and he's actually retired. So I guess you know these days, if you hear about Shine, then look at the shoulder things on those uniforms for the booth girls. That is awesome. That is awesome. And the like one arm, the red arm, and then the other arm. That is like totally sci-fi. I love that. Um, anyway, moving on. There's apparently also a Sea Shine, who's also retired. That's kind of weird. Anyway, but Shine was Shine, and now this is Shine Cal. But I'm just gonna call him Shine because you know he's Shine, and it's easier to call him Shine. Shine Cal. Anyway, yes. So this is gonna be basically the way the OSL works these days. This is the round of 36, and the way it works is that the two players that got out of the offline preliminaries. Play each other, and that's who these players are. They both actually did very well in their preliminaries, and it should be a very interesting matchup because both these guys actually defeated a lot of the other one's race in getting out of their preliminaries. In other words, Really plays Terran, and he defeated two Zergs to get out of his group, and Shine plays Zerg, and he defeated two Terrans to get out of his group, including Haya, who is no slouch. So it should be a very good matchup. These guys are probably evenly matched, so I'm looking forward to it. But yes, the OSL round 36, you got two players that got out of the preliminaries. 2-1, just in case I need to resync this later. For some reason, I've got this foreboding feeling like it's going to screw up and I'm going to have to resync and re-export these things a ton of times. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the two guys play from they got out of the offline preliminaries, and the winner of that goes on to play someone who is qualified from the previous OSL, from doing well in the previous OSL, and that happens to be in fact Bisu for this group. So whether Really or Shine gets out of it, they're gonna have to play Bisu to actually get into the actual OSL. And so it is going to be tough for them to make it through. So you know, it's kind of it's a very dire situation for both these players. Both of them fighting for their lives right now, and then trying to fight for the chance to face an even greater opponent to actually make it into the OSL. So a lot on the line, but this is just the beginning. We've got Shine as the Zerg, like I said, at the top right corner of the map, and Really is the Terran in the bottom left corner of the map. This is the map Eye of the Storm. It's one of the new OSL maps. Like I said, I'm going to go back and do a probably, that's my next project, is to do a review of all the new maps. So you've got a little bit of an impression of what to look for. I know I've been casting some games without doing that first, but I'm hopefully going to be able to go back and look at all the maps, give you guys an impression of what they're like. But mostly I just get a feel of the maps from looking at just watching a lot of games on them. I haven't watched a lot of OSL games though, obviously, except for the stuff in the any of the maps that were used in the map preview in the mid-season, anything like that. Anyway, yes. Moving on. couple things I wanted to mention very, very, very briefly. First of all, shout out to Joe of Joe.2. And when I say Joe.2, I mean JOE.TO. I used to play on his Counter-Strike server back in the day, and he now has a Team Fortress 2 server. So if you play Team Fortress 2 and you want an awesome server to play on, go to the website Joe.2. And find out where the servers are there, because they are really, really cool. Joe's just a really good admin and often has a really, really good community, and I hang out sometimes in the chat room, the Joe 2 chat room also, and they're really, for the most part, pretty good people to hang out with. So yeah, shout out to Joe. He actually helped me get the that high five video viral. Like, I put it up a few seconds after, or like a minute after it happened, and Joe went and like spammed it on 4chan and stuff, and he's the reason why it ended up getting like 40,000, almost 45,000 views, because he kind of got it out there and got it viral and stuff like that. But anyway, so shout out to him. And well, the game's getting started, so I'll wait on the other stuff I was gonna say. I was just gonna talk about some of the comments from my previous game, but it's not too big a deal. We've got pretty standard stuff here. We've got Shine going for a 12 hatchery, and it looks like he's going for a 2-hatch build here, actually, since he's gone straight for his lair after getting that second hatchery and getting that spawning pool. And we've got a 1-rax into expansion here from Really, and he doesn't appear to be protecting it that well, actually, so it could be a little bit risky. He's actually, I don't know where he's sending his Marines. Maybe he's going to try and kill off an Overlord. Maybe he's hoping to find an Overlord and kill it off with his Marines or something like that. But he really, I mean, he knows... Oh, wow, 2-hatch lurkers is what it looks like. He's actually got his den times to come in just a little bit after his lair morphs. He actually could have timed that a little bit better, but he may have been worried about the SCV in his base, and he may have decided to... wait until the SCV is dead to put down that den, because usually a 2-hatch build is going to mean a 2-hatch Spire, more often than not. Just based on my kind of impression of how I usually see things go. I usually see 2-hatch Muta. Maybe he's not going for that because it's a different map, and you can actually see on the minimap, it's kind of cool to look at his Zerglings spreading out around the map. He's spread them out around the map to try and catch any SCVs that are going to come that direction and scout. He also may just be looking for buildings that are around or anything like that, but he's just looking for SCVs, trying to make sure that this doesn't get scouted. Really has a bunker down. He's probably going to need more than that, though, if lurkers come in there. And here we see he's actually set up a blockade with the Zerglings outside of his front door, so if he doesn't get an SCV out and scout this very quickly, he's going to be really, really in trouble.